A quiet visit to Kyiv by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich has sparked new discussions over backchannel diplomacy. Reports reveal that the unofficial meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took place in late May, aiming to gauge framework conditions for potential negotiations. While the core details remain classified, both sides have publicly acknowledged the encounter, offering contrasting perspectives on the interaction.
He came to Kyiv. He said that he said that I have a message direct to you, and I want to get message and take message from you and to give it to Putin. But he said that it has to be silently, without any kind of public messages. He came and he wanted to give him the message that they are ready to, that they want to understand what we are ready to do. I said, the question is not about us. You are fighting against us on our territory. And I said to him about Donbass, it was the key message. And I said, no, we will not live.
Moscow, on the other hand, characterized the trip as an unprompted, private initiative. Russian President Vladimir Putin stated he was informed beforehand, but maintained an official distance.
He called me and said that he had been invited to Kyiv. I told him, well, please, go ahead. What do I have to do with it? He said he wanted to make sure to inform me about this, because it would probably involve some issues related to relations between the two countries.
As political channels stall, the physical map of the conflict has largely frozen. According to assessments, the most significant shifts in territorial control occurred during the first year of the full-scale invasion in 2022, after reaching a peak of 27% in March 2022 and shifting to 19% by September. Subsequent military campaigns over the following years fluctuated by a mere 1%. 4 years into the conflict, total Ukrainian territorial losses stand at 19.3%. With the front line locked in a strategic deadlock, both nations have increasingly turned to long-range drone and missile campaigns as their primary tool of engagement. During the recent winter campaign, Russian operations focused heavily on disabling Ukraine's domestic energy grid. In response, during the spring of 2026, Ukrainian forces launched targeted strikes against Russia's transport and export infrastructure in the Baltic and Black Seas, aiming to minimize potential revenues from rising oil prices. This continuous infrastructure war has put immense strain on hardware budgets, international aid, and civilian hubs on both sides of the border. Data from the Kiel Institute highlights a stark divergence in international funding, while military aid for Kyiv remains relatively steady at an average of €2 billion per month. Direct financial and humanitarian assistance has plummeted by 80%, dropping to just €500 million. Concurrently, funding allocated strictly for drone technology reached a historic peak of €1.6 billion in the first 4 months of this year alone. As hardware budgets shift, the impact of long-range drone warfare continues to expand across major urban and economic centers. In Ukraine, regional hubs bear the brunt of these operations, with over 1,400 drone launches targeting the capital region of Kyiv, alongside hundreds of tactical strikes disabling infrastructure in Kharkiv and southern ports. Simultaneously, Ukrainian long-range operations have intensified across the border, recording over 1,100 drone impacts in Russia's Belgorod and Kursk regions, while strategic long-range strikes targeted key southern oil terminals and Baltic seaports up to 1,000 kilometers away.